Elon Musk responded to this endorsement with a comment that is sure to win over the much fought over white woman demographic.
I would always just hear like someone like cheering and like, woo, like from across the studio, and that one person was my boyfriend Travis.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift regularly make headlines for the cheesy things the couple are up to, but this time the footballer is making news for stabbing her in the back. So what really happened, and what does Elon Musk have to do with it? The Kansas City Chiefs player, while talking to his brother on their podcast, New Heights, actually praised the billionaire's infamous Tesla Cybertruck. He said, "Those things are sweet. I want the little four-wheeler. That thing looks sweet." Now, this in itself isn't breaking news, but when you take into account what happened a few days ago, you would think otherwise. You see, being a Tesla fanboy isn't something new for anyone. The cars look great, and Musk was funny at one point, so it's natural if he liked Elon at one point. But would you still support him if he said that he would impregnate your girlfriend? A few days ago, after the presidential debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, Taylor posted a picture of herself. In the caption, she gave her support to the Democrat. In her post, she said, "Like many of you, I watched the debate tonight. If you haven't already, now is a great time to do your research on the issues at hand and the stances these candidates take on the topics that matter to you the most." She continued saying, "I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them."
Appreciate it so much, and if you are over 18, please register to vote for something else that's very important coming up.
In the end, she urged everyone to do their research on who to vote for and then cast their ballots. Moreover, she even explained the process for first-time voters. This whole post came after she was made aware of AI-generated pictures in which you could see Taylor Swift endorsing Donald Trump's presidential run. And you won't believe who posted it. It was the big man himself. Obviously, Taylor got worried, and she felt like she needed to spread awareness about all of this misinformation being spread by Donald Trump. Now, what do Elon and Donald Trump have in common? They both think it's okay to post or say whatever they want, even if it's lies. It may come from a place of wealth and power, and you could call it free speech, but surely there's a limit to how someone can stoop so low, right? Well, for Elon, the sky's the limit, or should I say, the seventh hell, because he outright talked about making the singer pregnant with his baby. In response to the singer's support for the Democrats, the billionaire thought it would be okay to suggest in retaliation. In a tweet on his platform X, he said, "Fine, Taylor, you win. I will give you a child and guard your cats with my life." This was in reference to what Donald Trump's running mate JD Vance said about Kamala Harris back in 2021. In an interview with Fox News, the Republican said that the country was run by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made, and so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. He went on to say, "Look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC. The entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children. I don't know about you, but I would think twice before casting my vote." Coming back to Elon, he might have thought that he was funny, but the majority of the internet thinks otherwise. Even his estranged daughter, Vivian Jenna Wilson, condemned what her father said. In a post on Instagram Threads, she supported the singer for her decision to cast a blue vote. Next, she replied to the same thread and talked about her father's creepy tweet, saying, "Heinous incel nonsense is, in fact, heinous incel nonsense." I don't really have anything to add to it. It's just abhorrent. That much is obvious. And if you don't see how, then you're part of the problem. She added, "I would just like to say to my audience members, don't let people talk to you like that. It's disgusting. It's belittling and incredibly sexist. You deserve better." And a lot of users share the same mindset as hers. One user posted on X saying, "You, Elon Musk, are creepy and weird."
I lost my son, essentially. They call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah,
All right, so the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead.
Another user said, "Sir, you have reached unseen levels of divorced. No one has ever been more divorced than you in this moment." No matter how Elon's fanboys try to defend him, this tweet really showed his true colors. This user also talked about this in his tweet when he said, "Elon is showing the world that he's a misogynist pig. Elon never fails to show the world who he really is." One person even dared him to say it in front of her boyfriend. They said, "Walk up to Travis Kelce and tell him that, then see what happens." But what did the NFL star do? Well, he praised his car. In his defense, he had recorded the podcast a day before the presidential debate. And unlucky for him, Elon said what he said. But still, he could have cropped that part out of the video. I mean, I would be furious if someone talked like that about my significant other. What do you think? While you could somehow excuse Travis's oversight, you can't ignore just how bad the Cybertruck actually is, and no amount of memes from the billionaire can save the sales number. The brothers also talked about that on their podcast.
I'm gonna put my finger flat right here and see what happens. Ready? Okay, I can't even move my finger right now. I might have actually broken it. Look at how bad that puncture is.
Jason Kelce, who owns a Cybertruck himself, opened up about the problems with the design of the truck. In the same podcast, he said, "There's a lot of stuff out there. The Cybertruck short circuits going through car washes. I think it's just like they didn't seal something properly or something like that." He even recalled his own experience saying, "But there was it did rain once, and the car door kept opening when I parked it until it dried, and then it would close again." He added, "They had to get these things out there. They had to rush them out." Travis was really surprised by this fact and said, "They had to rush them out? It took them 3 extra summers to figure it out." If you could look at it from a wider lens, you'll see that Tesla first announced it was making the Cybertruck in November 2019, but delayed its release from 2021 to November 2023 due to design changes to the odd-shaped vehicle. To be fair, the style was something we hadn't seen before and looked like the car we drew in kindergarten. But it doesn't matter how appealing it looks if the whole thing is extremely dysfunctional. I mean, just type it in on YouTube or Reddit, and you'll see just how many videos there are that talk about the drawbacks of the truck, starting with how the stainless steel exterior can actually get rusted, to which an engineer on the Tesla team said that the rust was surface contamination only and can be cleaned off easily. Moreover, the truck, which was advertised to handle rough terrain, is actually pretty limited when it comes to this regard. Just last year, a picture of a Cybertruck went viral when it skidded off the track at a national forest in Sonora, California. Apparently, the truck had lost traction and slid down an embankment of the highway.
Actually, if you look up here in the footwell of the truck, this shelf's angle here is unfortunately the perfect angle that if the pedal does happen to get unstuck, and somebody actually showed this, it actually pins down the whole accelerator pedal at 100% throttle.
And that's not all. From the hoods being regarded as a guillotine to the accelerator pedal being a safety hazard, this truck is just full of questionable engineering choices. Even the biggest tech review creator was disappointed by the performance. In a tweet, he said, "Tesla Cybertruck is notably the first time that Tesla is straight up not delivering on some of the key specs they promised." I guess Elon never promised to be a sensible human either, but here we are, right? And that's all for this video, folks. What do you think about Elon Musk's comment? Do you think Travis should have defended his girlfriend? And what would you have done if you were in his situation? Let us know in the comments below.